Hello students of class 9 standard. Today we will discuss the acceleration time graph. Okay, so this is very important and repeatedly question asked in the exam. That is acceleration versus time graph. Okay, so as we have already learned the velocity time graph, the displacement time graph, so it is also one type of graph. So here what we will do here in the along the x axis we will just consider the time, and along the y axis we will consider the acceleration. Like this, time will be along x axis and the acceleration will be along this y axis. It will be most of the time the unit will be chosen as meter per second square, and time will be in second. So this is the first thing. So now we will few cases we will read first one by one. So what main thing is that from this graph what we can conclude, as we know that acceleration is equal to velocity by time. So definitely velocity will be acceleration into time. So from this graph we can easily calculate the velocity of a body by, how can you calculate? By just calculating the area, by calculating the area of the graph. If you calculate the area of the graph, then definitely the velocity can be considered, velocity can be calculated. So first case is given that in this case that if a body is stationary, okay, that means the body is not moving. So if you consider the acceleration time graph for a stationary body, then definitely you have to choose that acceleration along this axis and the time along this axis. So suppose if you consider the graph like this, okay, this is the graph. If you consider this position is 0, so time is continuously changing but acceleration is not changing. That means acceleration is not changing means velocity definitely be 0. Okay, so when the velocity can be 0, only when the body is at the rest position. Okay, and if the displacement is 0, so a different matter, but when the body is stationary condition, definitely the velocity of the body will be 0, so definitely acceleration will be 0. So that graph will not just go up in this side. Okay, it will always coincide with the time axis. This is time axis. Okay, so this is the first case. Next case is that if the velocity of a body in a motion increasing uniformly, okay, uniform motion, uniformly velocity increases. If the uniformly velocity increases, then how can you consider the acceleration time graph? Definitely by choosing this way, this side time, this side acceleration. Okay, so if you just draw this type of graph, okay, suppose this is 0, maybe this is 5, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, in this way. So you can see that at 1 second the acceleration is 5 meter per second square. At 2 second the acceleration is also 5. 3 seconds same, 4 seconds same. When it is possible that acceleration of a body is constant? When it is possible? Only when the velocity of the body is uniform. If the velocity of a body is uniform, that means equal change in equal interval of time, then the acceleration will be constant. Okay, this is the second case. Third case is what? If the velocity of a body decreases at constant rate. So when the decreasing order will come, then definitely you have to go below the time axis. Okay, this is above portion of the time axis, this is the below portion of the time axis. So when you just draw this type of graph, suppose this is 0, this is -5, and here maybe somewhere +5, then definitely below the time axis if you consider, then uniform velocity you are getting but in decreasing order, because you are getting a negative value here, negative acceleration you are getting. So this is the case. Okay, in this way you can consider. Next one is very important thing, that suppose you are getting a different type of graph in the acceleration time graph, you are getting a different type of curve. Suppose this type of curve you are getting. Can you tell anything about this one? Yes, you can tell that there is a variable velocity. Variable velocity you can't treat in this case the velocity acceleration time graph will not like this one, or not like parallel to the time axis. It can be any type, okay, if there will be any variable type of velocity. Next important thing of this chapter, that is the gravity, okay, or the motion under gravity. The thing is that suppose you are considering a ball, maybe A is just falling and in a from a certain height. Three condition I am just considering, okay. So these are the three conditions. This is A position, this is B position, and this is C position. So maybe here the velocity is Va, here the velocity is Vb, and here maybe the velocity is Vc. So we all know that velocity is continuously increasing in this way. In this way. That means you have to say that Vc will be greater than Vb and Vb will be greater than Va. That means before touching the ground, the velocity of the ball will be higher, okay. At this position, maximum amount of velocity will get, here less than C, here very less. So you able to just explain this phenomena with the help of acceleration time graph. Suppose we are considering that G is 9.8 meter per second square, or maybe you are considering that is 10 meter per second square. We all know that is acceleration due to gravity, which is having a constant value. We all know that. So suppose you are considering a acceleration time graph like this, okay. This side acceleration, this side time, okay. Maybe this position you are considering 0 position, here 1 second, here 2 second, here 3 second, here 4 second, maybe 4 condition I am just taking. So 10 maybe here, that means G, okay. Here A is not here, G is there. That value we have considered that 10 meter per second square. So constant acceleration is here. Everywhere gravity is same on the surface of earth, we all know that. So that's why it is constant here. So here I'm just drawing some diagrams, okay. Why I'm drawing, I'm just explain, I will explain that one, just see that one. So suppose if you want to calculate the velocity of this portion, maybe V1, velocity of this portion maybe V2, velocity of this portion V3, and this one is V4, maybe 4 condition we are calculating. So to calculate V1, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the area of this portion. So V1 will be what? This is a rectangle. So the area of this rectangle will be how much? Length into breadth. Length is how much? This is the length, that means 10. This is the breadth, that means 1. So velocity will be 10 meter per second within this portion. Similarly, V2 will be how much? Length is not changing, so that is, but breadth is changing. You see that this one is, this is how much? This is also, if you calculate within this portion, in this case after 2 seconds, not V2 actually, in this case also 10 meter per second, everywhere same. But if you consider after 2 second velocity, after 2 second velocity will be how much? Area of this portion after 2 second velocity, length is 10 and time is 2 here, so 20. After 3 second velocity will be how much? 10 into 3, that means 30. This is meter per second, this is also meter per second. After 4 second velocity will be how much? 10 into 4, that means 40 meter per second. So you see that after 1 second velocity, you just cut this one. After 1 second velocity is 10 meter per second. After 2 second velocity is 20 meter per second. After 3 second velocity is 30 meter per second. After 4 second the velocity is 40 meter per second. Is it not same like this? Definitely it is like this only. After 1 second velocity will be how much? Maybe Va. After 2 second maybe velocity is Vv. After 3 second maybe velocity is Vc. So you all know that this velocity should be maximum. So as it will go downward towards the ground, the velocity will increase. Same thing we are getting. Velocity is continuously increasing. First 10, then 20, then 30, then 40. Okay, so this is the actual thing we can explain with the help of acceleration time graph. we can easily calculate the displacement also. So that in the next video I will tell you that one. Okay, so you please try to just understand this one. Okay.